Welcome back, my big noise crew. It's been a while, right? But just coming in to give you guys some updates on me, how I'm doing, how's baby doing, all the things. And as you see, I am going to also talk about mastitis, which is a very common thing amongst, of course, breastfeeding mothers. What is mastitis? Mastitis is an infection in the breast tissue. Um, most it's an infection, so it's mostly caused by a clogged milk duct or bacteria entering into the tissue. How do it come from? I don't understand that one, but either anyway, as you guys know, I am nursing, and I have nursed. This is my ninth, eighth child I've nursed. Um, Strictly nursed. I do pump too usually in the beginning because it's so much milk, and then I like to save it for once they turn one. They can have it in their sippy cup. However, this is my first time ever having mastitis. Ever. Okay, guys? I never in my life ever had mastitis, and I don't wish it on my worst enemy. It was terrible. It was terrible. Well, it was really terrible. I'm still going through it. The medicine that they give you is for 10 days, and it started last week on Tuesday. Actually, the week before, I started feeling like a lot of pain under one of my breasts, and I was like, okay, I'm not used to this pain, so something is wrong. So, I just iced it, let it be, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And then the following week, which was last week, um, every time I touched, it was just hot, burning hot. And I was like, ugh, this is what I learned about 18 years ago when I was pregnant with my very first child. Okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, it usually has hot spots and it's usually red. So I lift up the boob, and yes, it was red spots. It was red spots also on the top. Yes, I am a darker complexion, but you will be able to still see those red spots. Even if you're a darker complexion, you will definitely see them. What caused my mastitis is my baby girl. She was not doing the deep latch. I knew something was like I should not be in pain every time I go to feed her, like clench my teeth, man. I'm like, something ain't right, something ain't right. She was literally pulling halfway off midway, and because I was so fatigued, I didn't pay it any mind. But she was not doing a deep latch, which caused a clogged duct. And when I say that the milk was like a rock, it still is like a rock. It's like a little piece left that I'm trying to get out. But it was like a rock, hard as a rock. I never felt milk be so hard in my life. And of course, those that breastfeed, that breastfed, or that are currently breastfeeding, and or have been through the waiting after, after you're done, you have to let it literally run its course. No, they don't give you a pill to have it dry up. It literally have to run its course. And, you get engulfed and really bad and all the things, but never have I ever. Okay, so this pain was so bad. And I still have a nurse coordinator that still follows me and baby after. They used to follow us during the pregnancy, that still follows us after postpartum. And she always used to say, okay, well, if you feel like you got the flu and you ain't got the flu, then most likely it's mastitis. And now I understand why she said that. Because when I say, guys, like, take this thing oh my gosh, take it seriously. Like, I know I should have right off the bat was the signs was coming. But I just kind of just was like, okay, yeah, it is what it is. It's just maybe or just maybe that. But no, girl, don't get to my point. Oh my gosh, the infection had actually left my boob. It was still in there, but some of it left and went into the back of the ear bone. So my ears was hurting. When I laid down, like I was stuck in bed for like maybe 4 days. Maybe 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, 4 days. Stuck. Could not move. Like, okay, yes, I got up to pee. But other than that, I was in the bed. My eldest was coming in, checking in on me because my husband works during the day. So she would come in. My baby girl, Nessa, would check on me. Make sure I got my pills, make sure I have my yogurt for it because they tell you to take a lot of probiotics while taking the pills. My water, like anything I needed, they make sure that I had. But and then when my husband came home, he of course was there to make sure I was good and check on me and make sure that I needed anything. But it feels like the flu. I had the flu before, okay? And like the first thing that I noticed, like I was having a really bad headache. And then it was like, oh my gosh, like my head was hurting so bad. And then I felt really hot. And I was like, okay, let me check my temperature. My temperature literally was just creeping up like quickly. So then I took Tylenol and I said, okay, let me see if I can see what'll happen. So I took Tylenol. 6 hours later, it went right back up. So I was like, okay, something ain't right because I can't hold a temper. My temperature won't stay down without medication. So this was one of the hardest parts. I'm not gonna lie, guys, because I never had to reach out to anybody for help when it comes to breastfeeding. And I had to reach out. I literally had to reach out because I was like, ain't no way. Something is wrong and I need help. You know, side pride aside, I need help. I really need help. So I reached out to the breastfeeding nurse. And that's why it took so long before I got my treatment, because the first nurse told me, because it was like on a Thursday, and she was like, oh, you know, I even have blisters on the tip of my nipple from her not latching deep. And so she tells me, she's like, yeah, you know, it's just from her not. Keep her on there, still put her on there, still make sure that you, you know, if you got cream. I had cream on the way already from Amazon. And she was like, just, you know, and just do that and see what that does for you. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we'll do that, right? So that's what I did. The weekend came by, still in pain. Monday come, and it was when I got to that point of the fever, and I had called them again, and I'm like, hey, I spoke to somebody, and you know, and she was like, the other lady that I started speaking to, she was like, oh no, that sounds like mastitis. You want to call your doctor and be seen. Oh, but at that point, I was just stuck in bed. I didn't want to go see no doctor. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to do anything. So I called my doctor. My doctor prescribed me the medication. She said, indeed, that's mastitis. You know, we're going to prescribe that first because we don't want you to come in feeling so bad. When you come in, you know, we don't want you to, you're not going to, you know, I have to bring myself because my husband works. So I couldn't drive like that. Like when I say like stretching out, the pain is terrible. Like it's in your body is inflamed. Like you can feel it in your muscles. You can feel it in your joints, all things. Like when I try to stretch my body out, it hurts so bad. And I recall that Sunday night when I was nursing her, I told my husband, I said, it hurts so bad. Not that other, but when I nursed on that one side, it felt like so much pain, like somebody was pulling at my back. Like just taking a nerve and just pulling at the nerve in my back. And so my husband was like, yeah, you need to, do you need me to take you to the hospital? I was like, no, I'll just wait it out until tomorrow and call my doctor. So after I talked to the nurse but it was this bad. Like, it was so bad. Like, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. So putting aside the pride of always being able to just breastfeed on my own. This girl has put me through a lot, and also 6 weeks checkup I just had, and I had to meet with the breastfeeding nurse as well, and she said she's thinking that she has a mild lip tie and mild tongue tie. She said, but she's not sure. She said because when she, had her suck on her finger with a glove on, that she wasn't really sucking. However, she has a strong suck when she eats. I think it's, and like I was telling her, I said it could have been because she had her do it right after I got done nursing her. She was done eating. But anyway, and then another thing, she doesn't empty out my boob all the way. So now I'm going to be pumping after she eats to keep from having, that discomfort and all the things. One thing I don't like about them giving me that as an option is I don't want nobody to think that it needs to be making all that milk. But other than that, we have been good. She's growing very well. Her name is Harmony, if you didn't catch that in the last. And she's trying to make her debut already. See that little hand? That's her hand. I'm nursing while I'm talking to you guys. But everything other than that is going great. She is a crier. Not used to babies crying so much. She is indeed a crier, but she's so precious. So her cries are just nothing. She just hit the 1 month and now week mark. So she's just growing up on me. She's still so tiny, but she's growing up. And that's just life right now. Me and Janessa's been working on the flower bed. We'll be going back out there today to work on it some more, get the weeds out. But I just want you guys to know, don't be ashamed to ask for help. If you need help, ask for help. We are moms, and I know we've, are used to doing it all, but we need to take care of us. And the only way, if we need help to take care of us, we don't have to ask for the help to take care of us. Harmony likes to be up during the night. Okay. And at one point, while I was going through the mastitis, my husband, he would be up trying to walk her around, because she likes to walk around before she goes to bed. To actually go to sleep, she would cry until you walk her all the way around the house. One night he was so tired. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so my son comes out and he's like, "Oh, I can take her," because I couldn't walk. That's how bad it was. I couldn't walk back and forth. One thing I could do was lay or sit. So they helped out in that area. So I am grateful for the help that the Lord has bestowed upon me. I'm grateful. Life right now for me looks like waking up, feeding her, waking up. The kids are off for summer break, so right now life is lifing. So I haven't been here to talk to you guys, but I did want to give you an update and talk to you guys about mastitis. If you feel like that you are experiencing any of the symptoms of mastitis, don't be afraid to reach out. Reach out to somebody. You don't want to get too bad off to the point that you're sickly. But it is very paralyzing. It makes your body hurt so bad, like flu. So if you, like I said, if you are having those symptoms, make sure you reach out to someone. And there's always help out there for us breastfeeding moms. Don't feel like you have to do it all. There is actually help, and I will be doing some reviews on The current breast pump that I have is a portable one, and then I have one actually on the way that I'm hoping will be a little bit better than the one that I currently have. I like it, but I don't know. I'm kind of not really fancy of it all. But either way, stay tuned, guys. And then you always know. Okay, so today is Monday, so we have a whole week ahead of us. Don't be bitter. Don't be mean. Give someone a hug today. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, comment below. And please share me out if this can help anybody that you know. Have a blessed day, guys. Have a blessed week. Always seek God first.